In this tutorial, we're going to talk about the Photoshop Type tool. The Type tool can be found in the toolbar. It's the letter T down here at the bottom, and you can see the little triangle there. That tells you that there's other options. So we're going to start off with the default, which is the horizontal type tool, but you can see there's a vertical type tool, and there's also horizontal type mask and vertical mask. That means that your type is going to be creating a mask, not actual pixels, and that we'll leave that for an advanced tutorial. So we'll just start with the default there. When you type, one thing to note over here in your layers palette is that when you click, it actually creates a new layer for you. Okay? So as soon as you click, you're going to get a cursor effect going there, and immediately you get a new layer. So go ahead and type something out. Okay. So using the arrow keys, or as soon as you go above it, you can see I've got a typo there. That gives you the cursor option, so you can click back in there and actually edit the cursor, or once again use the arrow keys on your keyboard to navigate. To get out of the type tool, right up here in the tool preference bar is the cancel or the go ahead and complete. Okay, so now we've exited out. I still have my type tool. If I click again, notice in the layers palette we have a new layer now. Okay, so the keyboard shortcut to exit it, for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, hold down the control key and enter. That will actually go ahead and exit you out of there. Okay, so that comes in handy if you ever lose your toolbars and you're stuck in the type tool. Okay, moving onward. When you're working with the type tool, across the top here, you've got a shortcut there for vertical type, you notice, and horizontal type tool. So there's a little shortcut there to transform. This is where you select your font, and if you click down in here, you'll see here's all of your different fonts and font options that you have. You just select a new font, and it'll get applied to your specific layer. Now, right up inside of here, notice I was in the middle of I've actually clicked, so that means that if I've clicked inside of there and I click a new font, you notice it didn't actually change. That means that from that point on, we have the new font, okay? So in this case here, I'm going to cancel without actually having the type tool selected, only the layer selected, select the font, and now it'll go ahead and change the font for you. So that's an important thing, is you cannot have it activated like this, okay? So that's how you change the font there. You have, depending on the font, you have to be inside of there and highlighted. You may have different font styles available to you. So let's go to, for example, a different one here, and you can see we can select bold if it's available to that font there. Okay, I'm going to click OK. You can actually change the font size by having the type layer selected. Notice it's a little T for a type layer. Also, if you do edit transform, you get the transform tools that will also scale your type for you. Okay, so you've got a variety of options there. Here's your alignment. Now it does align based off your initial click there. Here is your type color. So if you click on that, that pulls up your color selector, and you can select a brand new color of your choice. And this is if you want to type on a path. This little icon is helpful here. That opens up your character palette. So your character palette is where you also can select your font, font style, your font size. This is where you actually get your line spacing, and you can set it to auto for default. Your kerning and tracking are also here for you, those of you who work in type and typography for print. Colors here. You also have your super text. You've got a variety of options like all caps, upper and lower, but caps here, small caps. Got a lot of options here. The paragraph tab also gives you some indentation options here. So those are the character and the paragraph tab that go with the type tool. Once again, when you do have the type tool, be careful, because if you click, you are creating a new type layer. To cancel out, you just click the cancel. That will get rid of that, but you notice your type layer is still is going to be gone, but any other type layers that you had will remain in place there. So hopefully that gives you a little overview on how to use the actual type tool and get started with it. Thanks for watching. This is 5-Minute Tutorials. Check out all of our videos at 5minutetutorials.com, and be sure to subscribe below. Thanks for watching.